Let's check it out. He tried to embarrass Ironmouse, but it did not end well. Rev says Desu, he made this 3 days ago, as of the time I'm making this video. Go check him out.
This video, I'm be going over the latest Ironmouse situation, and as per usual with her, it is a congregation of the internet's most miserable people complaining about the most nonsensical things ever and using it as justification to harass this woman over absolutely nothing. As you can see from the headline here, the reason people are harassing her is because she shared a wholesome moment where her friend Connor was jumping on a trampoline holding an iPad with her on it.
Which was adorable, by the way.
Due to her condition, she cannot do such activities. Apparently, this wholesome moment drove out the usual suspects who were crashing out on social media.
I think I know who this is about.
Not only just calling it cringe and embarrassing, but they were even going as far as to claim her illness is an exaggeration or a lie, and also calling her...
So, hot take. Just might be a wild take, but general hot take. If an able-bodied person is telling a disabled person that their disability, like they're blowing their disability out of proportion, the able-bodied person, it means they lack empathy. And not entirely, because I understand what they mean, because it could be like a Gypsy Rose situation. But most of the time, when somebody who is not disabled is telling a disabled person, you're overreacting or you're being dramatic, those are oftentimes the people who, when they're injured themselves, it's, woe is me, help, help, help. Like, I hurt this, so you have to do this. Blah, 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 blah. Like, it's those people. It's those people. So, if you're just like, you're being dramatic or whatever, think about it. Like, think about it. Do you even really know? Like, do you even know about that condition or whatever it is? Or is it just dramatic in the sights of your nature of what is normal?
Fans, predators. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Ironmouse hate is the most forced hate you'll ever see on the internet. And to give you guys an idea, if you're new to this, if you're not too familiar with Ironmouse and all of the drama she's dealt with over the years, I'm going to take like 2 minutes to give you a rundown of some of these events, and you'll understand just how forced all of this hate is. So here's one example back in 2023. She won Content Creator of the Year at the Game Awards of 2023. And there was endless crash outs on social media. In fact, I made a video talking about her TikTok in particular, where for the next year, no, not for a couple days after the award show, the next calendar year, every single TikTok she uploaded would have comment sections filled like this, with people still seething that she beat out their favorite content creator.
No!
Then we had this situation where briefly Ironmouse became the most subscribed to Twitch streamer of all time, where she was harassed by thousands of people on social media to the point where the former owner of that title, Kai, had to come out and defend her and basically tell his fans and others to cut out the nonsense, and they would collaborate to try to basically bring some peace to what should have been a celebration for Ironmouse. And then there was another recent controversy in 2025 where CDawgVA and Ironmouse were nominated at the Streamer Awards for the Best Stream Duo category. And of course, seeing her on this list caused the usual suspects to crash out. One of the people to crash out was the content creator Aiden Ross, who in front of tens of thousands of people decided to shame Ironmouse and to claim that well, she's a robot and also probably a man. I'm going to play this.
Okay. That I was waiting for a moment to pause between all of that, and honestly, it just kept going and going, and I'm like, okay, so first of all, if you were gonna hate for an entire year, go touch some grass. Like, go get a life. At that point, you're dumb. You're retarded. That's literally retard behavior, whether it's medical or not. It's you need to move on. Secondly, the fact that two collaborators from different ends of the streaming spectrum had to collab in order to maintain peace of the people, that's wild. And honestly not even okay, because can you imagine how uncomfortable it could have been if Kai wasn't a cool dude and he had to fucking make peace with this anime girl? And that's no hate on Ironmouse, because that could have meant Ironmouse was uncomfortable. She could have been uncomfortable streaming with somebody who does face cam stuff. Now, thankfully, they don't, and both of them have a sense of, fucking common sense. It's so stupid. I can't remember. Oh, I had a point to go with this. That people are so stupid. If you're gonna get hung up on who wins awards, because, people will vote, and, they're going to do anything regardless, make extra accounts. Pardon me. They're going to make extra accounts. They're going to, vote for their person. They're going to find ways to make sure that their person wins. But everybody is doing that. Well, not everybody, but, the psychos are doing that. And if you're still going to throw a fit because the vote wasn't yours, but it was, majority vote, that's not their fault. Why are you gonna blame the streamer when it's the people? They don't control that.
Small clip. We've talked about a lot of different BS she's dealt with over the years, but I want to play this clip just to give you an idea of how forced and ridiculous the hate she receives is.
How are they a duo? No disrespect. How could Ironmouse and Sea-Dog even be sit together, brother? It's a robot. This guy, bro, listen. He's probably flirting. He's probably flirting with a man, bro. Yo, we don't even know if Ironmouse is a man or not. I'm not even joking, bro.
Now, of course, Aiden Ross has the brain power of a sack of potatoes and doesn't care to look into the condition of Ironmouse before making wild assumptions about her. But for those who don't know, she is someone who has her life greatly limited in terms of what she can do outside of the home due to a condition she has. It's an immune deficiency disorder, and she is not able to go outside like most of us have the privilege of doing. And that is highlighted by this recent clip that's gone viral where her friend Sea-Dog VA was streaming and was jumping on a trampoline and had a wholesome moment by bringing an iPad with him with Ironmouse on it, of course, and jumping on the trampoline, having fun, including her in this experience
4 times.
that she couldn't attend physically because of her condition. It was a thoughtful and wholesome moment, but how does the internet react? Well, a bunch of the usual suspects are freaking out, saying this: if you ever think your life is bad, just know there's a fat little blank that experiences outside through an iPad and the grown predators that genuinely watch this. This person says,
that's insulting to the people who watch it. That means that you're a grown predator who watches it, and that would make me a grown predator who watches it. And I'm not a grown predator. I'm a almost 22-year-old fucking teenage. Well, not teenage anymore, but I'm a fucking 22-year-old woman. And I stay inside all day. What?
So this man is the only friend she has. There's no one else she can spin around her finger. This is a fake friendship. They are dating for sure. And don't even start with the woman and man can be friends stuff. These two are not. Good for you trying to hide the relationship, though.
Absolute disrespect.
Are you okay? Like, genuinely, what is wrong with you? Holy parasocial. This person is just going off, seeing two people on a trampoline, a guy holding an iPad, bouncing on a trampoline, and you have this whole essay projecting about how angry you are that two people can be friends. Here's another one saying this is the most embarrassing thing I've ever effing seen. Here's another one with nearly 100,000 views, actually getting hit with a note saying this is going to be a hot take, but this is moronic and slightly mentally ill. Holding a tablet and acting like a virtual character is a real person and is experiencing IRL. But you do you, it's just weird.
Okay, first off, passive-aggressive much? Really? Really? You do you? Screw you, first off. And secondly, it might be a little mentally ill, but it's also what makes you happy. You can't expect somebody to be disabled for life and kept up inside what's essentially a box and not end up a little mentally ill. What? And that's not even a bad thing. That she's found a friend who's willing to be there for her and help her experience things that she can't ever experience herself. And just because they're boy and girl doesn't mean they're dating.
Yeah, nobody is pretending a virtual character is a real person. There's a real person behind it who's experiencing this event that she can't attend physically. I know this is a very hard concept for a high intellect person like this to understand, but yeah, you can see the just general hostility. And the note, of course, is clarifying that her condition is what's preventing her from leaving the home. And here's the part that really is sad. This person asks a question. Are people not aware of her disease or just evil? The answer is yes. It's both. Okay? People are just generally evil. And also there are people who are aware. They are aware of it, and they're still
just
being toxic and horrible. This person says, I'm aware of her situation, but man, this stuff is so
it can be weird, but if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
This person says, this is not wholesome. This is sad and stupid. I'm aware that Ironmouse has some form of a disease, but this is just stupid. Here's another one saying, I'll catch flack, but something in my gut says Ironmouse is either lying or exaggerating the condition. So
that's
now
bullshit.
They're questioning whether or not she has this condition that
she's had for years and that has physically affected stream. Like, yes, she's faking it. It was a lifelong fake. You got her. It was a long bit that she somehow managed to commit. No.
No more sweating all night or blasting the air conditioner.
That's so stupid.
Because the
I hate people.
Breeze feels up to 10 degrees cooler.
Sometimes I really do hate people.
Find cooler sleep with the Temper Breeze collection at an Ashley near you.
The Evergreens family vacation started with Expedia. Dad knew his crew needed peace and quiet, so he booked a vacation home.
Limit herself to her bedroom voluntarily. Like, you think someone would want to do that? That's absolutely insane. But here's one quote that would really lead to a lot of conversation and not in this guy's favor. So he says, so there is a person at home laughing as if they're jumping on a trampoline and all they're seeing in front is the front camera of an iPad flipping. VTubers are pathetic.
So now you're going to lump an entire community with one person?
As well.
I'm sorry. Are we talking about the VTuber Ironmouse is sharing a wholesome moment with this guy because he's holding her VTube person on an iPad and trampolining, and she's sitting at her house while the iPad is filming, like flipping around, barely viewing anything, and she's sitting there going, I'm having so much fun. This trampoline's amazing.
She can't do it
Are you
herself,
joking?
asshole. It
Bro,
is fun.
This has got to be the most cringy thing I ever saw.
So obviously this guy is an absolute moron, but Ironmouse would take this opportunity, looking at the hundreds if not thousands of people mocking her for this clip, and try to explain some things and try to get something positive out of it. She said this: I normally don't respond to stuff like this when I see negative posts from people who have no idea what it's like to live a life with PI. There are so many people out there living with primary immune deficiency, so many people who cannot leave their homes or their beds, so many people who struggle to find a normal life, struggle to do the most basic human things. I got lucky enough to have a community that supported me. They helped me crawl out of a deep hole that I feared I could never get out of. Without them, I would not be here today. I also got lucky to have such a wonderful friend who isn't afraid to do cringe, silly stuff that may seem weird to some, but to me it means the world. Now I am finally able to do things I never thought I would ever get to do. If I can just give one person with my disease or any other debilitating illness out there a bit of hope and a bit of happiness, I am happy. Please know you are not alone, and somehow you too can find your way to take back your life and live your life your way. Donate plasma if you can and support the Immune Deficiency Foundation if you can. Thank you to everyone for being a light in my life. So obviously a very
Like, how can you be so mean at a sweetheart like that?
Her, but the usual suspects who were crashing out earlier, well, they're getting dunked on, and now they're also trying to grab onto the spotlight and continue to get attention, including that Nick White person who was the one who was calling her cringe in that clip. And he claims in another stream that he lost his programming job because the VTuber community harassed his company. I'd play the clip, but I honestly don't want to listen to this guy anymore because he's lying. He lost his job with this software engineering gig.
Yeah, he lied.
About a year and a half ago. So this had nothing to do with anything. And bro is so desperate for clout that he's trying to use the situation, his embarrassments, to continue going and making himself the victim. Somehow, this guy wants to play the victim in the situation. Then he says he's sorry to VTubers, please forgive me.
No.
And, well, forgiveness is something that is not being granted currently. And in a very funny twist, Asmongold would chime in on the situation, and Nick in particular, and completely dunk on him.
Disease to see the world carried on a tablet is cool. Well, who's getting mad? I don't even see this. Okay, this is a guy, Nick White. So there's a person at home laughing if they're jumping on a trampoline and all they're seeing is the front of the camera and an iPad flipping. VTubers are pathetic. Damn, bro. Like, let me see. Are there any more angry boys? Any more mad boys about this?
You have to have like multiple layers of like specialized knowledge to appreciate a clip like this. You have to understand and respect VTubing. You have to understand streaming. You have to understand VTubing. You have to understand the IRL aspect of VTubing. And then you have to understand Ironmouse and her condition specifically. And if you understand all of these things, then you can appreciate and think this is really cool. And you can think that it's special and it's like, wow, this is amazing. And that's the way I feel. I think it's great. But you shouldn't be that surprised when a bunch of chuds see an anime.
Did he just call me a chud?
Yes, he did.
Oh my god. Asmongold, bro. You got fucking rotting teeth, dude. Don't be calling me a chud.
Oh my god,
Out
bro.
of that-
I thought we were friends.
Out of that entire video, all he got out of it was Asmongold calling him a fucking chud. That goes to show what kind of man this guy is. The American dream, people.
Well, what can I say other than W. Asmongold in the situation, providing some context on Ironmouse and VTubers and dunking on this guy who sounds like an absolute jealous idiot who doesn't understand anything he's looking at and makes bold and very inflammatory assumptions and then tries to play the victim when he's proven wrong and humiliated himself. I mean, well, the consequences of your own actions, right? But of course, anything talking about this, even with the context and the resolution we've seen, people in the quotes and replies of the Dexerto post here on Twitter are still acting like lunatics, but I think you get the point, okay? People are always unhinged when it comes to Ironmouse. Unfortunately, I don't think that's ever going to change, but that's really all I have to say about this situation. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications. I upload daily. I also have been streaming the last month or so on YouTube. I stream multiple times a week. It's been a very fun time. It's something I plan on doing for a very, very long time in the future. So I'd love to have you there. If you enjoy the content, that's another way to check me out. And speaking of other things, while I'm self-promoting here, the Market Rev plushie campaign is now over 200% funded. We're not even halfway through the campaign, which ends in the first week of May. We have raised over 200 units. This is a limited time campaign, and here's the little Revling you can take home for yourself. Bring this Revling home. He needs a home, guys.
I want
have it in your
one.
hearts, but this is a very great opportunity to get this. I'll put a link to this in the pinned comment and description. Thank you guys for the crazy support on that. And finally, I also uploaded another Patreon exclusive yesterday.
Ooh.
If you guys want to check that out, I have some exclusive up there on
Go
Patreon.
look for his Patreon.
It's bonus content for you guys. I talked about a situation involving Black Lagoon and people trying to claim it was a woke anime, which obviously is quite insane. So I'll put a link to that as well in the pinned comment and description if you want to check that out, get bonus content, and have another way of supporting the channel. But for now, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.
Wendy's went back to the kitchen to give our famous
Okay,
spicy
make sure you
chicken
go like, follow, subscribe. You know, it's Rev Says Desu. He's a good man. So, yeah. I think I am gonna call it. We went, not long, but long than I thought. Ooh, big stretch, big stretch, big stretch.